Good morning. This is Jim McCormick with Allendale for the morning coffee on September 20th. Well, the grain market rallying continued again in the overnight session today. Wheat was up about a penny and a half, the corn was up 2 cents, and the beans were up about 7-8 cents. The theme of the market the last couple of days has been short covering on weather concerns, and we do have some rain in the forecast that is delaying harvest a bit. The government actually showed we're not as far as behind as maybe the rhetoric is pushing us. We are about 9% harvested as of the end of last week. Traditionally, we're about 11% harvested. So we are a shade behind, but the fact of the matter is we can make great leaps and strides with just one good warm week. And we're definitely getting that right now. We've got temperatures in the 80s here in northern Illinois as I speak. Bean harvest came in at 4% harvested. That is right where we normally are at. So the beans, the talk of us being delayed, it's not really delayed. It's more we're just waiting for the bean crop to mature. Once it gets mature, and I would expect within the next week to 10 days, a lot of leaves will have been dropped and the harvest will be going in full mode, and we'll start seeing these harvest activity pick up. The thing about the bean markets driving it is we are definitely having a hard time bridging the old crop to the new crop supplies. Some of the elevators are bidding up for beans. If you have any left, you might call them and check and ask if they're interested in them, because we're hearing some pretty good push for old crop beans. New crop beans, though, the basis is really pretty bad. We've heard a lot of 50, 60 under the board for beans, and that tells me the market knows that this bean crop is coming, and it's going to be a big one. All indications are this crop is going to get bigger. Historically, big crops get bigger. The trade's anticipating it, and the cash market's pricing it in. We have early yields we've heard are a lot of 70s and 80s. So we're looking at record bean production right now. It's just, like I said, trying to bridge that gap. Corn, on the other hand, the trade is looking for the corn crop to be a little bit smaller as we're getting early yield results. A little bit more variable in the corn. It still looks like it's going to be a solid crop, but it is probably going to back down just a little bit. And outside markets, we have the Fed meeting going on today and tomorrow. The trade is anticipating the Fed to do nothing. They're going to wait, probably see what the election is, the results of that, and then after that, the anticipation is as much as a 70% odds that they will raise rates by 1/4 point in December. Outside market, so that waiting game, the announcement will come tomorrow afternoon, has kept pretty much the stock market relatively quiet. It's up about 40 points. The crude oil market is under a little bit of pressure. At the same time, the metal market's a little bit of pressure, a little bit of profit taken before these results come out, and the dollar is also a little bit higher. Well, that pretty much is the news this morning for us here at Allendale. If you have any questions, please call one of our brokers at 1-800-262-7538. Have a good morning.